There's so many things I want to talk about. See, as my people just stay suffer now.
In the late 1960s, Walt Disney came to Florida. I mean, he was in Florida a lot earlier than that also, because his family, or a large part of his family, actually was from here. But as a older man, he came to Florida, did a little bit of surveying, says, you know what? I want to build a theme park here. I want to build a city of the future. I want to make Florida mine. He stood over here and said, you know what? I have a vision. That's a little dramatic, right? But right here where I'm standing in the moment, Walt was kind of overlooking, surveying the land, if you will, and saying, you know what? This is it. I am going to build an East Coast version of Disneyland here in Central Florida. And this was the location. This is where it all started. This is where a new dream began. A lot of the paperwork and Imagineers worked right out of this building as they transformed this property into what it is today. And then after the parks were built, this became a visitor center. What was Walt Disney building off into the distance on this property over here? What was he creating? The public would come and check out what was going on here. This was a visitor center, a Walt Disney World Visitor Center back in the 60s. Before 1971, when the park opened, people would come here, go room to room to room, and see little models of what was to come, what was going to change the landscape of Florida. And then in 1971, the park opened, and I don't know if this stayed a visitor center for a while. It's not anymore. You can go back and look at photos of this place when it was the visitor center. Not much has changed really from the photos that I've seen, especially from the front, which this isn't the front, this is the side. This is actually now the Amateur Athletic Union. Don't know quite what goes on in there. I do know they don't like filming, but supposedly there is a few photos hidden within the place of what it used to be like. You just really can't go in and take video and photos. And the only reason I know that is because I've seen Adam the Woo's video where he tried to do it. But it is actually a great place to start today's video, because when Walt decided, you know what? I'm gonna do this project in Florida. I'm gonna do the Florida project. He changed everything, right? He changed his life. He wanted to create something. And yeah, at the moment, exactly, what is today? Today is September 12th. Today I made a change. Not as drastic as Walt did, but I made a change. And what better place to start my change in life, my new direction, than right here on this beautiful piece of historic property that a lot of people don't even really know exists. They don't know this is a part of Disney history right here. Yep, today is the day I talked to my company about changing my lifestyle, right? I'm changing what I want to do, what I want to be when I grow up. And it's happening. I took the leap today. I know I've been working on it in other videos. I said, I'm doing it, I'm gonna do it, but I've been prolonging it. Today I actually called my boss, or yesterday I actually called him, and he said, talk to him today. I did it, and I'm off the ground and running. So today I've just been running around Disney property doing gig work, and it's actually been okay. I'm surviving, at least for one day. I wish I still had my remote control. Now, what brought me to my conclusion to actually start this today? Well, let me tell you. I just got back from the Bahamas. So this summer has been pretty amazing, or since last September when I was in the Philippines, even before that when I was in Hawaii. Life has been changing for me. And I think it's due to the fact of my good friends in Metropolis, Illinois, that own the Super Museum, like Morgan and Adam, to Lori Mansion Mom in Metropolis, to Steph Stuck in a Truck. Things have been swirling around and in my head for a long time, but because of the trips I've been on, I realized, you know what? I kind of want to do this forever. I want to travel. I want to do things. I want to be creative. And it's getting to the point right now that I'm able to do it. And I think this last Bahama cruise, after Jimmy Buffett died and we went on the cruise, things just solidified in my head. You can go anytime. I mean, who would have thought Jimmy would have been passing and kicking the bucket now? I never thought of it. And he died a couple days before we took off on the cruise, enjoyed ourselves in the Bahamas, had a great time, had lived that parrot head lifestyle for a while. And yeah, it was pretty amazing. So in today's video, it's just letting you guys know what's going on in my life. But the main juice, the juiciness of this video is, what do you think of the $99 for 2 people Margaritaville cruise? Was it worth it? Do you get what you paid for? Do you get more than what you get paid for? Do you get less than what you paid for? That would be a bummer. And I think I'm going to go home because I think my gig day is done. I did a pretty good job today. I'm going to sit down with Steph Stuck in a Truck, who went along on the trip with me, and we're going to discuss what the trip was like, what we loved about it, what we hated about it, and will we ever do it again? I don't know. She's up in the Villages working right now while I'm down here at Disney World working. And we're going to combine and converge, whatever it is at the campground, and set you guys up and do a little bit of talking about it. Is it worth it? I can't tell you now. I got to do it in front of Steph. So let's head over to the campground. Well, it has been a couple of days since I created the opening of this video over at Disney World property, and I have not been able to finish it due to the fact I got COVID. Yes, I have been down and out for about 4 days now. Starting to feel better. Pretty good. Thank God I was vaccinated. I was really happy to be vaccinated and not have to deal with it like I originally was a year ago. Whew, that was a bad one. But this time, not so bad around. But I ended up giving it to Steph Stuck in a Truck. So she can't be on this video. She's inside sick as a dog right now. So I'm going to go ahead and complete this video of my final thoughts on Margaritaville at sea. What I loved about it and what I didn't love about it. And then to see her review of it when she's all better, hopefully in a month or so. You can watch her channel and she'll do a recap also. Yeah, so my life has changed, partially due to the fact that I went to the Philippines, Hawaii, Singapore, and now the Bahamas, and I decided, you know what? I just want to live this life forever and ever and ever. And the Bahamas and the Margaritaville cruise pretty much solidified that for me. So, like I said, on Disney property, where Walt first started Walt Disney World, from that one small little building, I started my new life right then and there. And now I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. So thank you, Walt Disney, and thank you, Jimmy Buffett, for all the joy you've brought to me over the years, and continue to bring even after you are gone. What did I love about the cruise? What did I absolutely love about it? One was the price. Now, when I first purchased those tickets for 99 bucks, they had a package. You get 2 people for $99. How bad can the cruise be, right? Well, in a video I posted before the trip, well, let's just say some people were saying, you get what you pay for. Don't expect too much. Well, I'm telling you now, I got way more than I paid for. The trip was incredible. It was amazing, and I can't wait to do it again. So yeah, getting on the boat, super simple for a first-time cruiser. Now, I wasn't expecting much, though I've never been on a cruise. I was scheduled to go on the MSC cruise in March, right the very first month COVID started, and they canceled all the cruise lines. So me and my friend, we didn't get to go. So I had her get all the money back, which took like a year. It makes me think I may not want to cruise with MSC Cruises, just due to the fact how hard it was to get our money back. And I got a little story about that on Margaritaville also, that is made me extremely happy. Margaritaville will be the cruise I take to the Bahamas probably forever, just due to how great their customer service is. And this silly app, for those of you that don't know, I left my remote control in the Bahamas for my camera. So I am actually at this moment trying to control my Sony SV1 with my telephone. And it was working pretty good there for a second. Let's see if it's still doing it. And it is. Lost service for a second. Okay, so if you watch my videos on the cruise, we got there a day late. I misjudged what day it was. We were supposed to sail out on the 4th. Jimmy died on the 2nd, I believe. So we were going to be the very first sailing after his passing. I showed up at the port. Me and Steph stuck in a truck, started unloading the car to get on the boat. The boat wasn't there yet. We just thought it was running late, right? It's running a little late. Start carry the stuff in, and they go, "Oh no, your boat left yesterday. Yesterday was the 4th. Today's the 5th. You missed your boat." Oh no. So I called up Margaritaville on the telephone, and they said, "Look, the boat will be back from the Bahamas tomorrow. Give us $150, and you could sail out tomorrow. You just stay in West Palm Beach for the night. Go to the beach, go out to dinner, whatever, get up in the morning, come to the port, your boat will be there." So I paid the $150. Steph got us a hotel for the night, and we just had an enjoyable day at the beach at home. And it ended up being super. It was great. You know, we were a little bit bummed that we missed the boat, but it couldn't have ended up any better. Got to the port. Everything was so simple because I prepaid and pre-did everything online. It was so much cheaper that way. And we didn't have to stay in very many long lines just to get our wristbands, you know, for our adult packages. It was fairly simple. And then we just sat around until we were allowed to start going on board. So the check-in process was incredible. It's so much better than going to the airport and trying to get on an airplane. The rooms, I always heard that rooms on a boat were rather small. We had a room, there was no balconies. You have to be kind of rich and stay on the top floor. There's only like 5 or 6 balcony rooms. All the rest have portholes, which was fine. You know, it was fine. We weren't in the room very much anyway. But the rooms on average were about the size of your regular hotel room. They were pretty big. Big bed, okay size shower and bathroom, lots of cupboard space, nice TVs, decorated really nice, no weird odors like I've heard of on other videos. It was it was pretty good. It wasn't like an upper class hotel room, but I would say the size of the room was probably your average Motel 6. Now don't think of Motel 6 in a bad way. I'm just saying the size of the room. The cruise ship room was actually nicer than a Motel 6, but the room size was about the same. Really big. The wait staff, oh my God, the wait staff was incredible. Everybody on that boat knew our name. Everybody. And we had our own private dude that come every morning and made little things on our bed out of towels and stuff, like swans and stuff like that, and flower petals, and the staff was amazing. The restaurant, I heard bad things about the food. I didn't see it. You go to the normal restaurant, they stuff you up. They'll bring you everything on the menu, and it's all part of the package. It was just like you can have everything on the menu in the normal restaurant all at once, all the desserts, everything. And also the buffet's included, so you get the buffet all day. Anytime you want, you just go eat. It was, and the buffet was actually good. It was better than the restaurant buffets we got out here on the road as truck drivers. I'll tell you that. It wasn't bad at all. So in conclusion, I have nothing bad to say about the cruise at all. The excursion, snorkeling in Freeport at the Coral Reef, incredible. The resort they take you to with the giant pool and lazy river and the underwater grotto where you could just sit and drink all you want and just get toasted while swimming. It was incredible, man. It was so incredible that I let that woman inside my RV in there change her Facebook status. That's how good this cruise was. Guys, if you're planning on staying single, don't take a woman on that cruise, because by the end of the cruise you go, you've been begging to change that Facebook status. Go ahead, do it. Blame it on the rum. Blame it on the rum. Negatives. Hold on, I got one more positive first. Another positive, that $150 that they made me pay to get on the cruise the next day, at the day after we got back from the cruise, they called me on the telephone. Hey, what address can we send a check to? What a check? What do you mean? Oh, we're giving you the $150 back. What? Yeah, so they're giving the $150 back that I spent because I was dumb and hopped on the boat late. So I thought that was really, really cool. It's strange. Today is Monday, and RVs are coming into the campground on a Monday. The negatives about the Margaritaville cruise. It is really hard to come up with a negative. The shows were incredible. Everything was so good. I guess the lack of... You see these ships like Carnival and these other ships that have roller coasters and huge water slides and all this other stuff. Margaritaville Cruise doesn't have all that. It has an adults-only swimming pool with 2 hot tubs, and then on the other end of the deck, it has a family swimming pool. That's basically all you get. Now, if you like to gamble, there's a pretty good-sized casino, tons of bars. I don't know how many bars we counted inside that ship. There is a bar. You could pick up a leaf, and you know how leaves don't go very far when you throw them, right? They only go that far. That's how far you have to go to find a bar. So if you like bars and really don't care about water slides and things to do like that, you're in luck, because they got you covered. Other than the activities that you would find on most of the larger ships, I really can't think of any negatives. And looking at Facebook at their website and the clickable links, they have mosquitoes. They don't have mosquitoes. They have these deals going on all the way through 2024. So you better believe I'm going to be getting more tickets. And some of y'all might be getting them for Christmas gifts too. Because what better way to say thank you for being a part of my life than buying the people you love a cruise on Margaritaville? They got me. So these videos you see on YouTube about worst ship in the Caribbean, worst ship. Come outside for the peace and quiet. The cicadas are going crazy. Now pickup trucks driving by. That's all clickbait, because it's not bad. It's definitely worth going on. It's worth it, and I'm excited to do it again. So the negatives, the only negatives I can think of is no water slides, no roller coasters, none of that crazy stuff. But if you want nightclubs, bars, gambling, shows, where they get up and sing and dance and do all that crazy fun stuff in the Caribbean, Margaritaville's got all that. So it's more adult. As a matter of fact, on the entire cruise, I think I counted maybe 3 kids. 3 kids, and that was during the muster drill. And they weren't young kids; they were like teenagers. So that's all I've seen on the entire cruise. It was like 3 teenagers. Other than that, it was all adults. So if you're looking to get away from the youngins, Margaritaville Cruise has got you covered there too. I'm sitting here this whole time wondering how come my phone is not connecting. Let's see if we can reconnect it while I sit here and talk to you. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm sitting here acting like this is all new. Since I left my remote control for my camera in the Caribbean, I'm trying to do everything with my phone, and it works sometimes. This, you scour through the Play Store trying to find something that will work, and it is what it is, right? Nothing's going to be perfect if you download it from the Play Store. It looks like I'm probably going to have to go on Amazon and get what I need. I am going to have to spend the money. All right, that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, slap this video together, get it up on the interwebs, and get ready to go out and work tonight on Disney property, because I noticed late at night, you can make quite a good penny out there taking guests from the Magic Kingdom back to their hotel rooms. So I'm going to go do that and come back and check on Steph stuck in a truck now that her status is changed on Facebook. Now I gotta act like I care, I gotta do that whole thing. Anyway, yeah, I gotta come check on her, make sure she's doing okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Until the next time, thanks for tuning in. If you are thinking about going on a cheap, inexpensive cruise to the Bahamas, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Margaritaville. That's my opinion. Now, you talk to these lifers, these cruisers, if you will, they probably say something different. But for me, it wasn't bad. All right, guys, until the next time, I love you all. Peace out, everybody.